Fact versus fiction. Let's compare widely circulated media claims about Harry and Meghan with, well, the facts. Okay, quickly off the top, I just want to say congratulations to the Princess of Wales. If these reports from the Daily Mail are true.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the dramatic fall of Meghan Markle in Hollywood. Think her influence is still strong? Think again. From Netflix flops to A-list rejection, Meghan's Hollywood dreams seem shattered. Let's break it all down. First, hit that button and smash the so you never miss out on the latest gossip.
That Catherine was offered the cover of Vogue magazine. What a thrill. I would absolutely love that. Wouldn't that be exciting to see her all dolled up on the cover of Vogue? And you know what? If I see another Kardashian on the cover of Vogue, I'm going to take it to the streets. So Catherine is a much more appealing offer to me. That Vogue cover I might actually purchase. So congratulations to our favorite girl. I really hope that that comes to fruition. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Meanwhile, I'm a sucker for a flashback. So today, let's reminisce about Us Weekly's January 2024 cover story inside Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's Hollywood comeback, Year of Redemption. Exclusive. Wow, that was some positive thinking. Vanity Fair has become the latest media outlet to report Duchess drama between Meghan and her employees or collaborators, reinforcing the wider narrative that Harry and Meghan cause trouble and tears wherever they go. Vanity Fair's scolding comes months after similar reports from The Hollywood Reporter, a PR crisis that inspired Meghan's team to stage a public relations Hail Mary in the form of an article in Us Weekly magazine. No, not Vogue. Us Weekly magazine. What the hell? As Newsweek reported, Vanity Fair's coverage is, however, far more awkward for Meghan. This is in comparison to The Hollywood Reporter, partly because it is a far longer piece, but also significantly because it demonstrates just how ineffective the Us Weekly counterattack actually was. Shortly after the Us Weekly story was published, Harry and Meghan's publicist, Ashley Hansen, no idea if she's related to the Hansen brothers, but that would be awesome, left the Sussex's company Archewell. At the time, Hansen was the 19th person to quit working for Harry and Meghan full-time.
Let's get into it. Remember when Meghan and Harry signed that big? It was supposed to be a game changer, but fast forward to today, and where are the hits? Their docuseries had a moment, but after that, crickets.
Igniting further speculation around the work environment that the Sussexes provide. While Page Six reports, despite her exit, Hansen will continue to work with Harry and Markle as she is taking on the Prince and Suits alum as part-time clients at her Los Angeles-based consulting firm. An article originally published and then deleted by the Times claimed that there was frustration behind the scenes. I mean, was that frustration considering Us Weekly magazine the solution to your PR nightmare? Because yikes. In the now removed article from the Times titled Harry and Meghan's Fifth Departure of the Year as PR Chief Exits, a source told the publication Ashley has been putting the feelers out for doing some freelance work on her own. It hasn't worked out with Harry and Meghan. She is really good and highly rated by their team. It's just the clients don't always listen to the advice. Shocker. Whether it was Ashley or Meghan Markle, someone thought Us Weekly magazine was going to be a game changer. And to repeat myself, and Newsweek, the Vanity Fair piece demonstrated just how ineffective the Us Weekly counterattack was. But Us Weekly had been drinking the Sussex Kool-Aid for a while. Knowing what we know now about Meghan and her team working hand in hand with Us Weekly in September of 2024 to combat the Hollywood Reporter story, some of these quotes feel even more, well, ridiculous, okay?
Netflix even one of Meghan's projects, an animated series called Before It Even Got Off the Ground. Ouch. Insiders say Netflix expected some from the former royals, but the truth is, their content just isn't pulling the numbers.
Us Weekly says the past year, now this is 2023 they're talking about, The past year wasn't exactly a banner one for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. In January, Harry's memoir Spare sent shockwaves across the pond, deepening the rift between the prince and members of the royal family. In May, the Sussexes were accused of exaggerating claims they've been involved in a near catastrophic car chase with the paparazzi in NYC. And in June, it was revealed Meghan's short lived podcast Archetypes had been canceled and the couple's partnership with Spotify had been dissolved. An executive at the media company labeled them grifters. That's a nice way to say it because there was an F word in the actual quote. They were mocked on South Park and Family Guy as rumors of money woes and marital tension picked up steam. Before the year was out, they made one publication's list of 2023's biggest losers. It was The Hollywood Reporter, y'all. THR read them like a friggin' book from the jump. Us wrote, but it looks like 2024 is already off to a better start. In mid-December, Harry saw a landmark victory in one of his phone hacking lawsuits against a group of British newspapers. He was awarded $180,000. Sources tell us lucrative offers have been flooding in for him and his wife, and that despite being tested, their marriage is stronger than ever.
Now, let's talk about Hollywood's A-list scene. Meghan's been trying to break in, but we're talking to events like the Met Gala or the Oscars. Even her high-profile friendships, like the ones with Beyoncé and Oprah, insiders say Hollywood sees Meghan as more than box office gold.
What lucrative offers? I haven't seen one Del Taco post from Meghan Markle on Instagram. And Meghan. A source told the magazine, Harry and Meghan are in extremely high demand, noting that the duo are being courted for speaking engagements, business collaborations, and entertainment gigs. They're also thinking of moving from Montecito, California to LA to get closer to the action in Hollywood, adds a second source. Harry and Meghan think 2024 will be the year of redemption. Blink, blink, blink. More like year of detention. These two were MIA in 2024, except for random jars of jam. And what speaking engagements? Are they talking about South by Southwest? That's a panel. I think of a speaking engagement standing on a stage and talking about something bigger than yourself. Business collaborations. Are faux royal trips to foreign countries now categorized as entertainment gigs? Because that does kind of make sense. There was a lot of acting involved and filming things without sound. It was like a silent movie. And the BBC said, we're not playing this silent movie, okay? You have messed with the raw footage. It is no longer quality enough for BBC. Us Weekly claimed it's an exciting time for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. According to the second source, Meghan's team has been turning down offers left and right. They've actually been shocked by how popular she is, says the source, interjecting here to reiterate the 91% negative feedback on Meghan's Netflix YouTube trailer. 91% negative. Also, the idea that her team has never seen something like that. They're shocked by how popular she is. They've never seen something like this before. William Moore's Endeavor represents Jessica Alba, Ben Affleck, Christian Bale, Kate Beckinsale, Matt Damon, Jennifer Garner, Whoopi Goldberg, Jake Gyllenhaal, Kate Hudson, Hugh Jackman, John Krasinski, Jude Law, Sienna Miller, Conan O'Brien, Denzel Washington. And you're trying to tell me these people have never seen anything like this before? Get out. Get out.
And in an industry built on, that's a huge problem. And if Hollywood rejection wasn't bad enough, Meghan's, even major media outlets that once backed her are now, when things are, so where does Meghan go from here?
Continued, she has a few projects pending, and the source says the Suits alum may also be working on a big media deal. Was that Limonada Media? Because that was not exactly what I would consider big. And by the way, where the hell is it? Time is ticking, okay? If you thought that paragraph was hilarious, brace yourself for this one. The second source says Meghan is being approached about everything from film roles to multi-million-dollar endorsement deals with fashion and beauty brands, but her focus remains on philanthropy and giving back. Think back to that Vanity Fair article where her neighbors complain about how she tries to monetize everything. If Meghan Markle had multi-million-dollar endorsement deals on the table, she wouldn't be walking the carpet for highbrow hippie at a low energy party in Venice. She'd be doing Paul Mitchell commercials. Like, we're not dumb. And their lack of philanthropy and giving back has been cited as one of the reasons people don't like or understand them. Can you define arch well? Because this is my job and I can't. Show up, do good. That show up, do okay. I could do that at a car wash. Us Weekly writes Harry 39 and Meghan 42 launched the Archwell Foundation in 2020 with a mission to facilitate cultural change. God, they're so good at being vague. The source says Meghan is currently laser focused on the foundation and that everything she considers must fall in line with an Archwell initiative. On December 11th, the organization announced Meghan had, this is December 11th, 2023, the organization announced Meghan had debuted the Welcome Project, which supports women-led programming for recently resettled Afghan women. Now, we've seen Meghan appear at one event for the Welcome Project, and that was in November of 2024, almost 1 year after the initiative was announced. So, like, it's that lack of consistency that Vanity Fair talked about, right? Okay, a year later we hear about this project again. That's not how you brand yourself as somebody that is laser focused on philanthropy. 12 months we don't hear about this. We forget that you're involved in that. We forget that you're doing that.
Could she try maybe a reality show, a talk show, or a rebrand as a lifestyle guru? Or is her influence? One thing's for sure. Hollywood is, and once the industry, it's...
They report there's also talk she's resurrecting the TIG, the lifestyle blog she ran prior to marrying Harry in 2018, while the second source maintains that conversations around the blog are ongoing. The first source says the plan is to relaunch the TIG bigger and better than before. TIG Talk. That is a watch reference. Is that before or after we get beyond a landing page that just collects email addresses for AmericanRivierOrchard.com asking for a friend? Oh, wait, here we go. A return to acting is a never say never possibility too, says the first source. I like how source one and source two. Honestly, it's this person that knows nothing, one, and this other person that knows absolutely nothing, two, and are both talking out of their beeholes. That's how I would just describe them. Is that being too harsh? I mean, like, how many of these things are like not actually true that we've gone through so far? Redemption, year of redemption. Possibility, says the first source, especially given the recent resurgence in popularity of Meghan's long-running legal drama Suits after it hit Netflix in July. Sources say there's talk of a reunion similar to the Friends special that aired in 2021. Oh my God. Comparing Suits to Friends is, pardon my French, the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm insulted. Chandler Bing is insulted, okay? Don't even. Meghan's been tight-lipped about potentially revisiting the series, but there's hope that if the timing's right, something can be worked out, says the first source. Adds the second, Meghan would consider it. There have already been discussions. Well, there's a spinoff that already exists with literally no sign of Meghan Markle. So who's discussing what? The source adds, Meghan is currently 100% more interested in directing and being behind the camera. In 2020, she and Harry signed a deal with Netflix worth a reported $100 million. Vanity Fair said it's definitely not $100 million. So far, Archwell has produced the couple's Netflix docuseries, Harry and Meghan, and Harry's Heart of Invictus series. This August, they acquired the rights to the bestseller Meet Me at the Lake and will be adapting the romance novel for the streamer. I can't imagine a more perfect partnership, the book's author Carly Fortune said of the news. Meet Me at the Lake, not in production yet.
So what do you think? Is Meghan Markle's, or does she still have a chance to turn it around? Let me know in the ice. And don't forget to if you enjoyed the deep dive. Oh, and before you go, make sure to and turn on notifications because we have coming your way. Until next time, stay tuned.